I'm actually ashamed to say this. And we robbed the lady. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Zane the Zen Queen. Yes, so yeah, let's just first of all, before we start the video, I would really appreciate it if you guys could like, comment and subscribe, please. Okay, let's dive right into it. So my last video was about the riot in Brixton, and I said to you guys that sometimes it's just not the people in the estate's fault why the riot occurred, because I was telling you that I didn't know why it occurred, but I was a bit disappointed. But I told you guys also that if you guys tune in, that I would give you a story time of when I was 13, 14 and me and my friends were the cause of the riot in our estate in Clapham. Okay, so it was a really warm day, and my best friend at that time, I'm just gonna call her P, okay? P, my best friend at that time, yeah? So, and there was another girl that I was friends with as well, and she lived in that estate as well. We're gonna call her Cece. Okay, so P, Cece, and Cece came to my place, my flat at that time, with her friend. Let's just call her Cece's friend, okay? That's what we're gonna name her in this video, okay? Cece's friend. So, P was at my house as usual. She was always there. It was like my auntie had foster her. I was staying with my auntie. I lived with my aunties, and so she used to always stay there. And so she was at mine one hot summer's day, and Cece came to my house with this other girl, Cece's friend. So then and hold on, and I'm not telling you guys this, let me just say it from now so you guys understand. I'm not saying this to glorify what we did or to glorify anything negative. It's just because in my last video it was related, and I did say to you guys that I would make a video about it, and I'm not glorifying it. This is not the kind of person that I am today. Like I said in my other videos, it's all about revamping yourself, recreating yourself, and not being a product of your environment. But then I really was, do you understand? Because I really was a product of my environment. So that's a disclaimer. So I'm just not promoting anything negative or any crime on this platform, but as you guys get to know me, you get to know my true self as well, and what I went through as well. Not just this person that I've recreated to be, or the person that I'm achieving or excelling to be, but also how I was at the past. We can never try to forget where we came from and who we were then, for you guys to get a better understanding of me, okay? So, one sec. Okay, just need to wet the palate. Okay. So anyway, so P was at my house. I used to stay with my auntie. I was raised by my auntie. Two different, so I don't want you guys to get confused when I'm talking about certain other things, but there was a point of time that I was living in Clapham with my auntie. Then I moved to Wandsworth, but forget about the Wandsworth auntie. This is just the Clapham auntie. Okay, so P was at my house, and Cece comes with her friend, and we just decided to go out. I don't even know why we did what we did, but we did, and that wasn't the first time. But anyway, so we went out onto the high street, and then we just started to do the madness. Just mad things, yeah, crazy things. So one of the crazy things that we did, it was stupid. Even me repeating it back, I feel silly. So so there was a man in the phone booth, and we just locked him in there. So he was trying to get out, but he was trying to get out, but we just held the door and just left him in there, just being a nuisance, yeah. Okay, so then as we go on was laughing, yeah, let's do some mischievous things, and you know, and then so we get to Clapham High Street, but the back roads, yeah, and then we see we see this lady. Excuse me, sorry. We see a lady, and I'm actually ashamed to say this, and we robbed the lady. We did. We robbed her, took her wallet, took her purse, took her handbag, took everything, even her shopping. It's not funny. It's not funny. This is not me today, okay? But it's not funny, really serious. So we robbed this lady, and we took her handbag, which had a purse in it, had some money in it, and we took her I think it was Sainsbury's shopping, and took the wine, drank the wine, and went along, continued to do that to other people. Yeah, so then I used to be a naughty gal. Yeah, I'm not proud of it at all. So we did that, and so we just continued to do that. We did that to about 3 or 4 people on that summer's afternoon. And so when we got back into the estate, so there's like 1, 2, 3 exit and entrances of that estate, 3 or 4, and then we got in one of them anyway, and we got to my place, and I think Cece went home because she lived downstairs from me. She lived in the estate as well, so she went home. So then me and P came back upstairs. So my little siblings, they were like, B, guess what happened? There was a riot in the estate, and there's this guy, I'm gonna call him B, yeah, I'm gonna call him B, and so he's really tall and whatever, and he lived on the estate. So they was having, him and his brothers and other people of the estate were having like a mini party, and so what my sisters said to me was that the police came and they wanted to arrest this lady, this young lady, and they were like, no, she hasn't done anything. Like, she's been here all afternoon, all evening. Like, why would you want to trouble this lady? Like, that's injustice. Like, we can clarify that she's been here, and how can she do what you said that she did? Like, that's some madness. Like, this lady, imagine someone's been with you all afternoon, and then all of a sudden someone comes and said that they've done something. Like, how did that happen? So so they was fighting the police and everything. So I think the police even touched B's mum or something, and then I think B hit the police. I wasn't there. This is the information that I got from my little siblings when I got back. So then they even said that they had B in a handcuff, but B managed to get out of the handcuff like 2 or 3 times, and it was just a madness. Madness. Okay, so it's not funny. It's not funny. Okay. Let me breathe. So, okay, the best is yet to come. Now, I don't want you guys to laugh at me, but I'm just telling this story, you know, just to make you guys understand, okay? Why it might have not been those boys in the estate's fault. Okay. So as they was telling me the story, I looked out my window. What do I see? About 50 people coming down to where I live. I'm not even joking. There was like 50 people. Men, women, boys, everyone, their grandma, their grandfather, everyone was coming down. Everyone was coming down. Me and P, we were like this, outside the window, like, shit, what is happening? What's going on? So now, because the boys of that estate, they respected my auntie, especially B. He respected my auntie, and he's the only one that came upstairs. And I think this other older guy, but there wasn't, all the crowd waited downstairs. I was shitting myself. I'm like 13, 14, yeah? P's like younger than me, like a year younger than me. So it's like, we were shitting ourselves, like we were just silly little kids. So we were shitting ourselves thinking, what the fuck is going on? We don't know what's going on. So then B comes upstairs and he says, auntie, we just want, yeah. So B comes upstairs on his own and says, auntie, we just want P to come out because P and B has done some other things, and now the police is involved. They've arrested someone, one of their friends, that has got nothing to do with it, and it's B, it's me and P. So dun dun dun, yeah. We were in soup, pepper soup, because you know why? Because my auntie, I'm African, so obviously I'm gonna get in trouble for causing madness to come to her fucking front door, excuse my language. I was gonna be in soup. I was just so happy that my uncle wasn't there, because I would have got bust up in front of them. I would have got a beating, a licking in front of them. So so my auntie's like, what? P, come outside. She's like, oh my god, this is not even funny, but when I remember it, it just makes me laugh. So she was like, so she said, okay, to B, the guy B, she said, okay, 1 second. She walked back into the house and she was like, P, Ben, what are you guys doing? What have you guys done? What have you guys done? You better come downstairs now. You better come downstairs. We was like, what are we gonna do? We were shitting bricks. We were shitting bricks because we went out and did what we did. We didn't think that we was gonna come back and then to my auntie, and then everyone's angry with us in the estate. Like, we didn't think it would get like that. So so then she said, you better go to the police station with them. You better go. If I tell your uncle, you're gonna be in big trouble. Yada 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 yada. Cussing. Me and P were so scared. We were shitting bricks. So now, as we come outside, like, okay, and then B was like, P, look what you done, look what you've caused, whatever, but you're gonna have to go down to the police station and give a statement, but obviously nothing's gonna happen to you guys because obviously you guys are underage, and just say no comment or whatever. So then we was like, what have we done? So we was like, Cece has to come with us, because it was her and her friend mainly. They're older than us, do you understand? So she had to fucking take part of the fucking plane. Cece's older than me. She's like 3 years older than me. So we was like, me and P was like screaming. So then we got Cece to come with us. So there was this older guy, the older guy that came up with B, I think. And when I say older, he was like, then when I was like 13, 14, he was like 50 at that time. And I remember they drove us, not B, but the older guy. So they got us in a car and then drove us to the police station. And then obviously, you know, no comment, whatever. We left the same day. I don't even think anything happened to us after that. But so the reason why I was saying that, you guys know the reason, I've said it already. And so me being raised the way I was raised, and growing up the way and doing the things what I did when I was younger, like I said, that wasn't the first time, but doing the things that I did when I was younger, I was extra hard on my kids. I was extra hard on my son, extra hard. Like, I was proper on him. Like, I live in an area where there's gangs. Yes, there's gangs, but he couldn't do them things. He couldn't come home after school after a certain time and live where? He couldn't hang around with the boys around my end and live where? Like, and it's not that because I thought my son was better than that. I am a young mother and I know what I went through, and I wanted to give my son a better life, a better start to life, you know. And it's very easy when you're living on ends to get in that. Do you understand? And I'm very lucky. Where I live, I've got some people that I know, and they look out for my son, even though he's not part of that, you know, lifestyle or nothing like that, because I made sure he wasn't part of that lifestyle, because I used to be part of that lifestyle, and I want better for my son. And this is why I asked the elders in the community, is to want better. Even if they're not your children, you should want better for other people's children. You should want better for your children. The way you live, the way you was raised, or what you experienced in your youth, I don't think that, you know, we should put our children in the same kind of situation. We should want better for them. We should want them to do better. You know, and that's what I wanted for my children. I didn't want them to live that kind of life that I live, so I made a lot of sacrifices for my children, you see. And I'm not blaming anyone how I was raised, but I didn't have certain things, so I will go and get it. I will go and get it for myself. I would provide for myself. Me and P, well, P was, like I said, she's a year younger than me, so me and P was working from the age of 13. She was 12. Yeah, we used to work with this rip-off auntie, yeah, like a scammer. She was a scammer, Nigerian lady. So we used to work as chambermaids, like in hotels, and do the room, clean the rooms and stuff. That's what we used to do at a young age. So we didn't have, do you understand? But we made sure that if it wasn't taking it off other people, which I don't agree with. That's why like I said, I've changed my life. I've revamped my life. So if it wasn't that, we did work. Do you understand? We did work. And P was even a harder worker. She had 2 jobs. She used to do that with that Nigerian auntie, and then she used to work in a cab station as well. Hustle from a young age. So I didn't want that for my children. I wanted them to go to school, do things the right way. Do you understand? Where I was on road because I didn't have, and there was no one, you know, monitoring me, which I've done the opposite for my children. I was always monitoring them. You could, like I said, you could have come home at 6 o'clock from school and you didn't have after school class or where. And then also, you know, playing out to 12 o'clock. What? Where? No, you can't do that. There's a time. I believe that there's a time in life to experience different things and to enjoy different things. Do you understand? You can't just let a child at 13 come home anytime they like. That's a madness. What would they be doing when they're 17, 18 then? So we as parents, we can't put everything down to the government. You know, we can't start disciplining the children when they're 13. We have to start doing that from when they're young. So now, when they do turn 13, it's not like, oh, you're telling me to do something that is out of my comfort zone, like they're used to it. So anyway, that was my story time. And yeah, like I said, I'm not proud of what I used to do, how I used to live my life, but we've got a choice, free will, remember that. So we don't have to be a product of our environment. We can actually make a change, and make a change for the positive, and do things that, you know, our children could even look up to and say, okay, my mom, my father, they went through, you know, this and that, but they've overcome that. And life is all about overcoming and being a better version of you, a greater version of what your surroundings could have created. Do you understand? So yeah, thank you, and please comment, like, subscribe. Thank you guys. Peace out.